Now, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I am very late to the party with this one, but today, for Path of Exile 2, I'm going to be going over everything you need to know about how to anoint your amulets. Anointments in this game can be very powerful and really worth having on every single build, but how exactly do you get hold of them? So if we jump into our skill tree, you can see that there's a lot going on. You've got all of your passive points, all of the kind of passive nodes that you're going to be popping into your skill tree, but sometimes there might be a few of them that'll be just completely out of range to what you're after. The smaller nodes are just your normal passive nodes, the larger nodes are most times the ones that you're aiming for to pick up and grab a truly powerful build. These nodes are known as notable passives, and you'll want to be picking up a lot of these as you're making your way throughout your skill tree. However, like I said, if one's completely out of the way but you do want to allocate it, then using an anointment can be absolutely ideal for this. Now, in order to get the resources for the anointments, most times you're going to be at endgame and you'll want to be running maps. You're going to be looking for this symbol right here on them, as it's going to show you that there's going to be a delirium mirror within. These delirium events are how you're going to be able to grab hold of these distilled emotions, as you're going to pop into the mirror and start making your way through a kind of mist-filled map and trying to tackle and defeat the enemies as you go. Usually the faster you can clear these, the more further you can get into it, means you're going to generate a higher reward, and the highest I've been able to get up to is around about 5, but I think you can get slightly above that at 6 or so if you're absolutely ideal in this. Once you've completed it, you're going to look on the floor, see what it's given as a reward, and make sure you pick up these distilled emotions. Now, there's 9 different types of distilled emotions, and some of them are much rarer to get hold of than the others. But we've picked up a few, and if we jump over to our skill tree, say for example I wanted to allocate this notable node just here, click on it, and it's going to show me exactly which ones I'm after. Hopefully you've got them in your inventory, but if you haven't, don't worry, you can also bop straight over to your trader just here, and then you can purchase them by trading over some exalts and such. Now, at this point, one thing I want to jump in with is that this site right here is an absolute blessing, and that's going to be exiletools.com. Without this, you can be a bit of a loss, or you have to look around your skill tree in order to see exactly what you're after, but with this, it's absolutely amazing because it allows you to click on every single one of the distilled emotions, see what you can actually put into your build with which ones you've got, or just look through a complete list and see exactly what you're after. Just a great little site, well worth noting if you're not exactly sure which one you want to be putting on your amulet. And like I said, one thing to note as well is that not all of these are created equal, and some of them are an absolute fortune. So if we look at the actual price of these ones, things like isolation and suffering are a lot more expensive than some of the others. However, pick up whatever ones you're after, then you're going to click on the distilled emotion that you're going to be starting off with, and it's going to open up another kind of sub menu. Here you'll be able to chuck your amulet straight over to it, then put in the emotions that you're after. They'll show you what it's actually going to craft onto that amulet, and then you can set it in place. Now you'll see it's just up the top, it's allocated onto it, and you've got that notable passive on your amulet generating exactly what it would do. The great thing about this, you don't ruin any amulets, so even if you put a really weak one on early game, then you want to change it over a little bit later on, you can definitely do that, because it will just overwrite the distilled emotions you had on previously. Don't forget, click on it to make sure you take it back out, put it in your inventory, then you're ready to go, see exactly how much more powerful you are, and hopefully it's going to work out really well on your build. Right, hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. Like I said, I think there'll be a lot of people playing this game, as well as newcomers that'll be jumping on whenever the game's full releases. As always, there'll be a lot more content away from me. For now, take care, I'll see you on next day.